No, dating always been multiple dates.
No, dating's not have been multiple people.
Fact check. Where's the fact check on that?
You want a fact check?
She can't.
But listen, I thought it was dating, and then when you start seeing someone, now you're just seeing that person because you stop dating the multiple women because now I'm seeing you. And then seeing that person leads into eventually, this is my girlfriend.
If you dated,
I'm pretty sure you do.
Dave, if you dated back in the day, let's be real. If you dated, if a girl went on 3 dates back in the day in 1 week,
right?
she was a hoe.
She's a hoe.
She's a hoe. If a guy went on 3 dates back in 1 week, he's a player.
We go back to
so what I'm saying now, because you know why?
We had this conversation
now
before.
Everybody wants to be poly, but they don't want to take on the title, right? But back in the day, they were practicing monogamy. That's why they had better monogamous relationships. You're practicing poly and then trying to get into a monogamous relationship. You're really doing the entire opposite of what you're trying to accomplish. It makes no sense. It's like trying to drive forward, but you're in reverse. You're in reverse trying to go forward.
It's the glasses. It's
the pants. It's the pants.
I get it. The exclusivity in of course in monogamy is people love that. At the end of the day, people do love monogamy because it gives the exclusivity. You know, it makes it help.
It's because it's on Disney.
Yeah, no, a lot of people fall in love with the fairy tale. A lot of people love to stay hidden. People maneuver more in peace by presenting disguised intent, like they're not really there for the relationship. But also to do time, also they have somewhat of a codependency, which is not healthy in a lot of relationships. People find themselves in that situation because they also love the control and the ownership. Now you're telling the person at the end of the day, be who you are, your true self, and present it to me at all times, and I'm gonna support it. What would you think is the percent that you find that in a monogamous situation?
It's messed up right now.
But you should. So a happy relationship at the end of the day should be allowing your partner to be who they are. Because again, like I said at the beginning, you ain't the same person at 20 that you were at 30. I mean,
if people are having the difficult time of finding that in a monogamous relationship, is it harder finding that in a polygamous relationship that you got 2 people, maybe one of them is going to be super transparent and now she's telling you she's being her and she's giving you everything, and now you need to find a second one that's going to do the same thing. And I'm not saying it's impossible.
Yeah.
It's not impossible.
You got to think about it. Most people lie about the same thing, okay?
And most say that. What you mean by that?
Most people lie about the same thing. They lie about their whereabouts. They lie about who they're talking to. They lie about what they're doing, and they're lying about who they're stepping out with. That's majority of America. We are all been lying since God knows how long about what we all do. We are all cheating, right? For the most part, whether you're seeking out an emotional, void because you're lacking it in your current monogamous relationship, it's still emotional cheating. If it's physical, such and so on and so forth. So we're all doing the same thing. Majority, I should say. Majority is doing the same thing, lying about the same thing, and then saying we want to subscribe to something that we know is not even within our capacity. Nobody likes being boxed in. And at some point in time, you're going to feel boxed in, which is why we like to go with the whole narrative, date as many people as you want. You know why? Because they say live your life before you're married. Right? Don't be boxed in before you get boxed in. That's basically what they're telling you. But it's like, well, why would you even subscribe to being boxed in if you know that majority of people are breaking out of that box in different ways?
But let me ask you a question. Have you ever been boxed in with a girl you like to be boxed in with?
For a short time, right?
It's called an apartment.
Facts. It's called an apartment.
I'm just being curious because I've been with a woman or two. I didn't mind
a woman or two.
I didn't mind being boxed in with them. Like I didn't care about going nowhere. I was cool with going to get my money, coming back. Yeah. Everything was lit. And I'm not saying like that's the connection he's talking about. And I feel like
I can't do it.
It's hard. It's and I'm asking a pure question because I know it's hard to find. And I'm not gonna say this on camera. I know that we're the type of guys that's been with a lot of women. You follow what I'm saying? So my wife knows that. So me saying that is like, in all the women that I've been with, and I had sex since I was 13 years old, probably only 2 that I could be literally boxed in with and not worry about it. Be in a small apartment, not dealing with another woman or something because they're just that fun. You know what I'm
Nah,
saying?
even that has a time frame. Okay, that has a time frame. At some point, I could be cool boxed in, but give it 3 or 5 years, and I'm like, yo, you know what?
Limits himself.
I gotta no.
This guy, Cupid must have hit you with a bunch of fucked up arrows.
Nah, it's like you're limited once you. It's like yo, you know what it is. The best way I could make this analogy and assessment is trying to tell somebody who is wealthy that they only need one car, they only need one house.
Is this the analogy we're gonna use?
I mean,
This analogy?
it's like somebody who has the ability to obtain a lot. You're trying to tell them to only have one, right? Now, I do agree there is gluttony. There is greed, which is when you fall out of your capacity levels. Now you're trying to get 4 girls, but really your capacity is 2.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But realistically, if you do have the ability, Dave, you might not, you might want one. But if you do have the ability to want 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, whatever, like, don't go ahead and try to go with the societal norm, which is really not a norm. It's a societal lie of monogamy.
Well, that's not why I would be doing it.
But
Okay.
Not you. I'm just saying other people.
Hold on, most men, when we talk about capacity, don't have the emotional capacity to have more than one
I was about
woman.
to. I was
But
about
you
to.
know why that is?
But let me ask a question. Where's that documented at? I don't.
But no, I would
I
sit
don't
there.
see
I would
that
sit there and say,
scientific study that
so-
most men
so-
don't have the capacity
emotional
to do that.
capacity
To me-
manage 2 women.
And
I mean,
here,
I'm saying,
Some
is
people
that-
don't have the
in
emotional
America,
capacity to manage themselves.
So where's
yeah,
that?
How about that one?
I could sit there and,
Well,
and
why-
speak on that.
How's that
Because
fact?
sometimes in relationships, a lot of
Yeah, well, how's that?
Look.
I'm just curious
I'm
because
pretty sure they
a lot
got
of
data for
Mormons
all
and
this.
a lot of
I can't-
Muslims
I can't
have
give
multiple
data.
wives.
Because they're speaking on something.
Yeah,
They're speaking on something that's only her opinion. There is no data
can't-
on that.
I can't-
That's how. That wait.
I
Hold
can't-
on. Hold on, bro.
Yeah.
That's how a woman feels about a man. Right? She's not a man, so she can't tell us what we emotionally got. Just like if I'm trying to tell her what women emotionally got, she not gonna let me tell her that. She gonna say,
I have to
"You're
concur
not
with
a
this
woman,
statement
and you
here.
have to move
I have to concur with that.
So let's not
This is
address
true.
that.
That statement alone is true.
No.
Yes.
Hold on, let's not address that if that's fact. That's pure
Now,
opinion.
I can't
Okay.
give the data
Just be
on
clear
it.
on
I
that,
can't
bro.
give the data. But
be
also to
clear.
say, since a lot of people don't have the emotional capacity, you know, they don't have the emotional intelligence. They don't even know how to do emotional regulation. You know, a lot of people are not tapped into understand, accept, hey, right now I'm angry, and they start to, source why they're angry, start to look within themselves. We never really got the tools, especially if you came from a dysfunctional household. How did you gain those tools to understand yourself, to maneuver in those spaces? And as men, we're taught to be
My
tough.
question about you, pause. There are women in them houses too.
Oh yeah, no, the women
wait,
need
but-
tools.
but
What's
this
crazy,
is-
right?
But this is why you gotta pause on that, right?
Yeah.
Because when you're talking about men, you got her on the side saying, "Yeah, you're right. No, you're not right.
no.
Wait, hold on. I'm not even
I'm
going.
gonna hit something
I'm not
else
even.
right
I'm not even going to let it rock like that. I see everything, bro.
That's true.
When you talking in that language, you gotta say men and women is
Yeah.
in these
Facts.
dysfunctional joints.
Facts. I agree.
It's not
I
men.
agree.
It's not men
Yeah.
that we are gonna say that are not able to deal with things in this way. If you're gonna say men being it's not documented, you have to say in them houses
Facts.
it's men and women. So men and women must not be able to deal with these things.
This is
Emotional
facts.
capacity.
This is facts.
That's correct.
Everybody learns their
That is
communication from how they were raised. But one thing I will say also, at the end of the day, with men, they do take the time to find the tools. They do seek the ability to take the understanding of how to handle a relationship, especially they're invested in it. What makes successful non-monogamous relationship is the man taking the time to find the information, study it, understand how to show up for those relationships, understand the woman. Now, mind you, do the women do? No, they believe at the same time, I'm gonna figure this sisterhood out, or I'm gonna figure this whole this situation out. Even the monogamous relationship, they're not reaching out and finding the sources to show up in the relationship. Some do, but very, very many don't. But men do. When they want to show up for something, they show up by reaching out and making sure they have the information or whatever is needed to show up the relationship that they want to give in, monogamous or non-monogamous. So I will agree with you on that sense. Yeah, it does. Men and women do come from those backgrounds.
But the thing is that we also have to, when I hear that men don't have the capacity, the emotional intelligence, the emotional, what's the other one? Maturity, to have multiple women, and it's like that's false because we've been doing it all our lives. I already stated that. Not only is it false because we've been doing it, but the funny thing is it's just a controlled experiment and we're judging it from a United States standpoint. If I was a person, a young boy being raised by a father who had 3 wives, I guarantee you I would have all the intellect that I need emotionally and all the maturity that I need emotionally for more than one woman. But because I'm growing up in a dynamic where we are not allowed to have more than one wife, legally, we're not allowed to have more than one
who
wife.
made that rule?
So now the people that you actually don't like. But you with them. But you with them though.
I don't like these people. I think it's no. I think it's a choice. I think it's a choice.
It's not a choice. It's a condition. It's legitimately a condition, and that's the point that I'm making. Is like like Esso said, we do have the emotional maturity. We do have the emotional capacity.
Sure.
We have all the tools. The only thing is, we had nobody to teach us how to use a shovel. So how the hell you expect me to dig? You know what I'm saying? But now we have, in the first time, I would say in the last 20, 30 years, we're seeing an influx of non-monogamous outings within relationships.
Yes.
Dudes and girls, right?
Put it to 65% now, according to
Due to the survey.
these surveys,
Yeah.
these stats.
Survey, but they be lying.
But
it might be
even-
70.
Even the survey also said 46% of men prefer something in between poly and non-conventional monogamy.
What that word would be, because she seems to know all the words.
That's when you with your girl. That's when you
That's
with your
in
girl
between
and
poly.
shit.
But look,
That's poly between.
That's why I say
Give me a hall pass. I just need a hall pass.
Real quick, Alex, real quick. Can you stay on that for a second?
Yeah.
Is that something like when your girl, and this happened, your girl does not want you to go to the strip club because she doesn't want you to be around other women?
What you
that
mean?
that is?
That's in the middle. No,
I don't know.
cheating.
No.
You got a girl and you cheating.
Yeah.
Stop.
Go to a strip club.
And you're not getting no.
Yeah.
That in between that he's talking about, not no strip club. You got a girl and you cheating and you're not getting caught.
That's
You don't gotta be cheating.
46%.
though. You don't gotta be cheating though.
If
You
you
can't
get
even
caught
like a
cheating,
girl.
it's over.
You don't gotta
You
be
can't
cheating.
even like another girl's Instagram. That's cheating now.
You
You can't even like another. Why you like her pictures?
Yeah, that's
Oh,
what
is
that's
that what's
insecurity.
going on with you and your 5 chicks?
No.
Is that what's going on?
No, it's going on with people I know. It's going on with people. No, I'm just saying.
that's a space
I know people that tell me,
This is
yo,
monogamy.
no, I know boys that call me
Don't
be like,
tell
yo,
us
I got
anybody else
smoke
you
with
know,
my girl
Dave.
because I like some other girl's pictures. I'm like, damn, you can't see with me. I'm doing what I love to do. So if I have a wifey and I'm looking at my Instagram, and I'm scrolling and I like this picture, I'm liking it. And my problem for me is you're not allowing me to be me. It doesn't mean I'm playing you dirty. I'm not doing that. I'm scrolling, and if I see Marie's got a picture there, she's got a nice outfit, I'm gonna like it. I might even put like, that's a dope outfit.
You
Now, if
don't
my
wanna
girl
be-
see that,
you
she don't
don't
know
wanna be
Marie,
in a
and she don't know that I come to 8 to 10. She's
That's
gonna be
part of
like,
being in a monogamous relationship, Dave. You
I'm just
can't-
telling you.
You can't
And now,
look at women's pictures.
but
You know what else
the,
that is,
the
right?
thing is,
that's that
it's
codependency I was talking about.
on her part.
That's that codependency. If you can't
Now
like
kill him,
maneuver
Rico,
in
'cause
your
you got
own
something to
shit,
say. Kill him, Rico.
codependency. No, I'm gonna let go. Go.
It's just funny because if you listen to his actual word choice, he said, quote unquote, I'm doing what I like to do. I like to look at other women. I like to express. No. I like to express that I like your outfit and I like the way you look.
You need to point
And
Marie, if you got a nice outfit, I want to express that you.
Yeah, but what's the
wait,
whole point? I
hold
got
on.
Instagram and I'm
Wait, but
scrolling.
Dave,
It
I'm not
doesn't mean
done.
if I see a quote, no matter what I see, a nice picture of
Dave.
anything, I'm gonna like
Dave,
it.
listen, let me finish.
It's an insecurity on her part.
Yeah, on their part.
Dave,
Because I'm not saying that if she liking pictures of somebody.
Dave, let me finish what I'm trying to say. Quote unquote, I am doing what I like to do. And I just used an example, right, of the Instagram. But now if I think about what you've already said here, you are doing what you like to do. You are dating multiple women. That is what you like to do.
No, that's not what I like to do. That's
So
what
then
I'm
why are
doing
you
because I'm
doing
not
something- Yo,
because
what?
I have not
Yo.
yet found somebody who's receptive to the way I like to be.
Let me ask you a question, Dave.
That's a good answer, Dave.
No, it wasn't. It was a terrible answer.
I think it was a good answer.
Are you allowing
I just
yourself
wanna
that
ask you-
space though? Are you allowing yourself that space though?
Yeah.
You know what is a cutoff
Why
point
not
to sit there and
calculate?
say, at the end of the day, this one, even though I dated her and I was vetting, you know, she didn't meet the requirements of what I'm seeking. So I got to move on to the next.
Come back to you on that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I say I'm not just gonna say something without even making sure my capacity.
You know how
is correct.
monogamy.
Yeah, how do I replace? I want to know how to replace one of the
I want
wives.
to know, do they get to have sex too?
How do I go about
Yeah,
replacing?
ask
those questions.
Yeah, but you know,
I
they
want
should
to
show.
know, do the women get to smash too? Because
Yeah.
Joe Budden told me, he was like, yo, when you in that relationship,
That-
the
we
women
need to talk
get
about
bring,
that portion.
get to bring niggas home too if you really
Yeah.
bout it.
Nah.
Yes,
We
they
could,
do.
but they have
Yes,
that out
they
there.
You know, there's a
Now,
show
this is
coming
the-
out now
this
with
is
that
yeah,
shit.
no.
See,
women
I told you
home
about that
to
show.
bring
Understanding
men home if
alignment
they
and
want.
preference.
There's a show coming out now in TLC about
Yeah,
the
I know the
women
people.
sisters
So the
doing
husband,
that.
brother
Two
husbands.
girls
I
being
met them.
one girl be with two men.
Yeah.
No, I'm not saying it don't happen, but it's not happening across all these polys.
No, it's not happening.
It's not happening across all the polys.
Ain't no way.
It's only a specific group, and that's
Yeah. That's why I said it's just different.
Those stats are gonna grow.